Welcome to Module 2 of the Ultimate GFE Masterclass. Now that you understand what the girlfriend experience truly is, emotional immersion, romantic fantasy, and deep connection, it's time to build the most powerful tool in your entire business, your persona. Your persona isn't just a name and a photo. She's a fully formed emotional presence. She's the one who listens like no one else. The one who makes them laugh, sigh, crave, and come back. She's not perfect. She's magnetic. She lives in the emotional space between fantasy and realism. And once you learn how to build her, everything becomes easier. Your calls, your messages, your pricing, your tips, and your growth. Let's start with what your persona really is. She's not your real self. She's not your deepest truth, but she's not fake either. She's a version of you, designed with intention. You get to decide how much of your real personality comes through. But the key is consistency. Once you step into her, you have to stay her, not just for one call, but for your entire brand. She is your voice, your tone, your emotional signature. So what makes a persona successful on NiteFlirt? It's not about being the most schmexy. It's not about having the most explicit profile. It's about emotional clarity. Your persona needs to make clients feel something specific. When they see your listing, when they read your description, when they hear your voice, there should be one clear feeling they're pulled into. That could be sweetness, devotion, sass, bratty charm, dominant care, mysterious affection. You're not trying to appeal to everyone. You're calling out your ideal caller. And that begins with naming your energy. Maybe you're the dreamy daydreamer, soft-spoken, and always lost in romance. Maybe you're the warm, flirty best friend who gives a little too much attention. Or maybe you're the polished, high-value girlfriend who treats emotional connection like an art form. Whoever she is, you want her voice and energy to align with the kind of client you want to attract, because that's who will stay. Once you've named your energy, it's time to define how she speaks. Your tone is everything. It's not just what you say. It's how you say it. Is she soft and breathy, confident and articulate, playful and teasing, or slow and sultry with every syllable dripping honey? However she sounds, she must feel emotionally real. Clients can sense when something's forced. The most compelling GFE voices don't push seduction. They allow it. They live in the moment. They create space for breath, for pauses, for emotional depth. This is not performance, it's presence. From there, you begin building emotional patterns. Your persona has habits, preferences, moods. Maybe she always ends calls by saying, "Sweet dreams, baby." Maybe she writes you love letters after a session. Maybe she gets jealous in a teasing way when you talk about other girls. These patterns make her real, and clients respond to patterns. They start to crave them. This is where branding becomes emotional. You're not just selling access to a voice. You're offering an entire romantic rhythm. Now let's talk about visuals. Your photo, your listing, your color scheme. All of it should reflect the feeling of your persona. If your character is warm and romantic, use soft lighting, cozy visuals, delicate words. If she's expensive and aloof, go sleek, bold, maybe even luxury-coded. You don't need the most revealing photo. You need the most aligned one. Your profile description should sound like your voice. If your persona is poetic, write like a poem. If she's bratty and sharp, write with attitude. Don't copy what others are doing. That's how you get lost in a sea of sameness. Speak in your character's tone, directly to the man who's meant to find her. Clients choose with their emotions, not logic. Make him feel her before he even calls. And here's a secret most PSOs miss. Your persona also protects you. When you design her intentionally, You don't have to break character to keep boundaries. You can let her handle the hard moments. She's the one who says no when something crosses the line. She's the one who redirects the conversation when it gets too real. You stay emotionally safe, while she stays emotionally present. That's the power of a well-built digital girlfriend. She gives you creative freedom, emotional distance, and total control, while giving clients an unforgettable connection. So if you've ever felt like your energy gets drained easily, or you're not sure what kind of vibe you're putting out, it's time to get clear. Decide who she is, build her voice, shape her rituals, and make sure everything about your listing, your writing, your voice, your style, reinforces that emotional brand. Because on NiteFlirt, clients aren't just buying a call, they're entering a relationship. And your persona is the gateway. She doesn't have to be perfect, she just has to be emotionally consistent. She can be bold, she can be shy, she can be tender or teasing or high maintenance or soft, but she must be believable. Because when a client believes in her, he falls for her. And when he falls for her, he tips more, stays longer, and treats your presence like a need, not a choice. In the next module, we'll dive deeper into how your persona speaks, how she listens, how she builds memories, how she makes a client feel like he belongs. That's the real heart of emotional seduction. And it's where the real money lives. You're not just a voice, you're a feeling, you're not just a listing, you're a brand. And your persona, she's the key to everything. I'll see you in Module 3.